let's go over the phone lines and speak to the Director of Elections of the NPP, Evans Nimakon. Many thanks for joining us, Evans. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Nimakon, many thanks for joining us. We understand that the committee's reports will be presented on Monday, but do give us a general overview of the entire vetting process.
Thank you for having me. The new Patriotic Party put together the Okwe Committee mandated to vet the prospective candidates who seek to participate in the presidential primary. The essence was to vet these gentlemen based on the 1992 Constitution, the qualification criteria, use the party's constitution, as well as the rules and regulations set up by the National Council of the party. The timelines indicated that yesterday the whole process had to come to an end to enable the committee present its report to the National Council through the General Secretary. And so I must say that the committee so far is pleased with the whole process, and I can assure you also that all the gentlemen who appeared before the committee are pleased with the manner with which the exercise was conducted. And so the party will by Monday receive the report from the Okwe's committee for onward submission to the National Council. And then whatever has to be communicated to the general public will be done where appropriate. So far, one header is crossed because as part of the nomination process, when nomination is open and closed, the next is to have the vetting. And when vetting is done, then it will be the publication of the results and then the possible conduct of the special electoral college that the party has slated 26th of next month for that process. And so gradually we are getting to the point where the delegates at the special electoral college level will take the decision, and then we proceed to the November 4th process where the bigger conference will take the decision. And that bigger conference includes all the polling station executives, electoral coordinators, constituency executives, our members of parliament, external branch representatives, and all those that the constitution requires of them to be delegates. So far, this is where we are.
Mr. Nimako, tell us, what was the committee hoping to get from the candidates? Was there a criteria to assess them?
Well, definitely. If you want to become the president of Ghana, the 1992 Constitution, Article 62 and 63, stipulates what is required of you. And beyond that, you must also meet the Article 94 2 of the same Constitution. And so beyond that, the party also requires of you to meet the aspirations of the party, to be of good standing, meet all those requirements in the Constitution, be a paid-up member of certain years, should have been seen to be part of the whole party process. You appreciate the mood and ideologies, philosophies of the party. And you should have gotten to a large extent a certain support base from the party across the region. So candidates were expected to have 10 people per region seconding their nomination, and all those ones were fulfilled. Beyond that, candidates had to give to the committee their vision and mission for Ghana as well as the party. And so these discussions took place indoors and it's supposed to be very confidential. And so that is what happened. And I must say that, as I said earlier, the candidates for now are by themselves pleased with the way the committee took them through the discussion.
All right, Mr. Nimako, tell us, will their performances be ranked and will it be made public?
Thank you. I mentioned earlier that when the report is submitted through the General Secretary to the National Council, then the next directive will come as to how it should be communicated, which portion has to go to the public, which must remain in-house. And so that will be done appropriately.
The candidates have also urged the committee to ensure a fair process. How does the committee intend to do that?
The candidates, when they were procuring their form, made indications as to their expectations that the party must ensure that there's free, there's fairness, the process is transparent. And so that was at that point. Before the committee, I don't think any such communication has come up. I must indicate that the party is ready to conduct a process of selecting our presidential candidate in a manner that will address all interests. It is the reason why at any stage in time, you will see the General Secretary publish the rules and regulations, and where even time variations have to be made, same has been done. And so the party is conducting a very fair, transparent process in the selection of our flagbearer. So I can assure you, and all stakeholders will appreciate that the new Patriotic Party is ready once again to conduct a process that will be so transparent for all stakeholders to appreciate the outcome.
Mr. Nimako, before I let you go, do tell us, will the committee be likely to drop any of the aspirants?
I am not in the position to discuss that. The party, when put together the Okwes Committee, mandated to work within the confines of the party's constitution, and that the report of the committee will go to the National Council through the General Secretary, and that the committee is ready to do that. Beyond that, it will be the decision of the National Council to let the world know which of the portion of the report will be left open and which will still remain indoors.
Many thanks for speaking to us. You heard the Director of Elections of the NPP, Evans Nimakun.